Hi everyone, my name is Sumit and I'm a digital chess coach. Welcome to another chess video. In this video, I'm going to show you a few games I've played in the last few months in chess tournaments. I usually play the rapid format chess tournaments, the weekend tournaments, and these are some of the Jobava London games I've played, which is interesting. And there'll be a lot of mistakes, but the games are very entertaining and you'll be able to learn a thing or few from these games. I'm going to show you three games. I'm not going to show some of the games entirely. I'm just going to show you some of the ideas which are interesting and um, which you may, you know, get some benefit out of. So let's start with the first game, which I played a couple of weeks ago. So g4, then knight f6 by my opponent, knight c3, and e5. Bishop f4, the Jobava London system. And here my opponent played a6, and I played e3 and e6. This is one of the main variations of the Jobava London. Here, the main move is g4. All other moves are kind of inferior, and white has to start something on the king side. My opponent played c5, and I played g5. Knight d7, knight e4 is inferior because of knight takes e4, d takes e4, and the pawn on e4 is weak. And here I played a very interesting move, queen g4, bringing the queen into the king side so that it can create an attack. My opponent take on e4, he takes d4, and queen b6, attacking b2 and d4 pawn. I castled, and he played knight c6, I played knight f3. Here, my opponent played bishop b4, a very interesting move. I mean, I didn't want to double my c pawn, so I played knight e1. I thought for many minutes actually, but since it was a rapid game, I couldn't think for more. I made a practical decision, but it was not the best decision. I think uh, bishop d2 was a little bit more better. But anyway, I played knight to b1. My opponent castled, and I played queen g3. This was my idea, to put a battery and harass the black queen. My opponent played rook e8. He was wanting to play e5. So my opponent is actually a 1800 rated, 1830 rated player. It's a decent player actually, a very good player, and it's a very young player actually. So I played bishop c7 and queen to a7. And here I played h4. I started my attack here, and my opponent played b5. And I played h5, and he played bishop b7. Now, this is actually a mistake because look at the black queen. It is stuck in the queen side. There's no much defenders on the king side. I have minimum of 4 attackers. The bishop will also come into action. And if this bishop also comes in, white's attack will be irresistible. So when your number of pieces participating in the attack is greater than number of defenders, usually the attack will break through. So I played g6 and takes and h6. He wants to close things down naturally. I played bishop f4. I wanted to sack on h6, and black played bishop f8. I thought for many minutes here. I had bishop d3 in mind. I had knight g5 in mind. But I decided to go with my instincts and I played bishop d6. But this was not the best. I think bishop d3 was best, according to the engine. So black had to take, and I played g7. This was my idea. And bishop takes d7, and I played rook takes h6. Here my opponent played rook e7, not the best move. And again, now white has got an irresistible attack. I brought one more piece into action, bishop d3, and he brought one more defender, knight f8. I played rook h, which is kind of okay, but rook g1 was more to the point. There are many threats in the position where black can create, because white can go rook queen h4. If rook g1 was played, white can play queen h4 next, and with a irresistible attack. Queen h5 will be coming, and it will be checkmate. So anyway, rook h1 was played, and my opponent played e5. He was getting nervous, and he wanted to create some counterplay. I played, but this was a big mistake actually, because I'm getting this square, and now black is completely busted. Queen b8, rook, and now this is a white to play and win position. You can pause this video and find the win for white if you want. So okay, so I'll tell you the solution. And rook h1, rook h8 check, king to f7, and I found this very nice idea. Queen g6 check, knight takes g6, and knight g5 is checkmate. So a wonderful finish to the game, and it was a nice game actually. There was a lot of mistakes, but I mean it's a rapid game, and mistakes are bound to happen. So your second game, opponent is again 18, 20, 80, 30 rated. I don't remember his rating, but again very interesting game actually. So I started with d4, d5, knight c3, knight f6, and bishop f4. Here my opponent chose c5 instead of a6, another topical variation, and this has become very popular after the Norwegian classic game between Magnus Carlsen and world champion Domaraju Mukesh. So I didn't go for e3, which was tried by Magnus. I went for e4, and this is actually a very recommended by Nordacy and Botnick, and also Hans Niemann. But with correct play, I think black can equalize. But my opponent didn't find the best moves. He played d takes e4, I played d takes c5, and he played queen a5. And I played queen d2, and he took on c5, which I think is not very accurate. I think knight c6 was better. I castled. Now the threat is to mate on d8, and he thought for many minutes, and he found bishop d7, which is the best move. I should have played knight ge2, but I went for a very inferior continuation, bishop takes d8. It's not that great. It raises the pressure from the black's position. Rook takes d8, knight takes c4. This is just a one-move trick. Queen c7, knight takes f6, g takes f6. And here I thought, I made a mistake, and I was disgusted with myself. But again, I played a very practical move, knight f3, and played a6, and I developed my last piece, bishop d3. Black is a little backward in development, but he can equalize. Actually, e5 was critical, or e6, the bishop on g7 and castle, and black should be fine. So black played here bishop to g7, and I played rook at g1, attacking the e7 pawn, creating some complications. And here my opponent played an inferior bishop e6, which is not that great. And I played knight d4. This is the best move in the position. Engine also agrees. I'm attacking the bishop and asking some questions. So my opponent made a blunder here. It's not a blunder basically, but it is kind of a very bad move. He took on h2. I could have played f4 here, but because I was short of time, I played king b1, very safe move. Because after f4, black will lose a piece because of rook h1. He can't play bishop h6 because of the rook h1. Not working. Yeah. So I play king b1, and here my opponent played bishop to d7. Now I found an idea. Knight f5, bishop takes f5, bishop takes f5, and I'm simply threatening queen e7 check and queen e7 with mate to follow. So my opponent went back with his queen, and I played bishop e7 check and king to f8, and I played queen b4. Now the bishop actually is in between the queen and the pawn. so that there's no way to defend e7 square. He has to give up the exchange, which is very bad. Played into e8. I played rook e7, bishop to f8, queen g4 check, bishop to g7, queen h5, rook f8, and rook to e1, queen to d8, bishop here, and there's no way to defend f7 and designed. So a very nice game as well. I'm going to show you the third game. So this game was a long game actually, but I'm going to show you a tactical sequence. My opponent is in FM and is around 2000 rated. So he made an opening mistake. So I'm just going to show you the opening mistake. And but I won a pawn, and then I converted the advantage in the end game. But what I want to show you is the tactical sequence which happened in the game. D4, and my opponent played G6 because he knows that I play the Jobava London. We wanted to avoid it. I played knight C3 anyway, bishop G7, bishop F4, and he played D6. Here I thought for a few minutes I want to play E3, the spirit of Jobava, but I ended up playing E4, taking up the center. My opponent played C6. I played B2, and he played knight D7. His idea is to play E5. I played knight F3. I played E5. I took, takes, and bishop G5, attacking the queen. So my opponent played knight F6, and I played long castle, and he played queen E7. His idea is to expand on the queen side with B5, and maybe he wants to castle because he's afraid of the attack. So I played H3 to, there's some variations where he could play H6. I go back with my bishop to E3, and he can play knight G4. So I want to avoid that. And in this moment, he thought for a few minutes and he played B5, which is a blunder. You can pause the video and find out the reputation for this move. So if you have found bishop takes B5 variations, this is the best move. My opponent didn't take the bishop, and I wanted to win, convert the pawn advantage in the ending. But let's see what will happen if the bishop. I'll play knight d5, and the queen is under attack. The queen can't go to d6 because of knight f6 check. The queen will be lost. The queen can't go to e6, knight c7 check. The queen cannot go to c5, again knight f6 check, winning a piece. So the best square would be to go here. Now again, you can pause the video and try to find out the best play for. So here you have to play knight takes d7, and after bishop takes d7, you play e5, and the piece will be lost. Very simple solution, and that's why he didn't take the bishop. He played something else, and when he played, I think he played bishop to b7 or something, and I went on to win the game. So these are the few examples I want to show you, and hope you enjoyed the games and the ideas. And I'll try to find out, analyze some more games and find out games which are interesting. So I'll tell you something before I leave you. Analyzing your games are the best way to improve your game as a chess player. If you want to improve your game, you have to analyze your games and find mistakes, and especially the games you have lost, and find out why you have made such mistakes. And what is the reason? Is it a just reason, like you made blunder because you overlooked something, or is it because you were nervous, you were emotional, or is it a combination of both? And then you analyze why you made that decision and try to correct it next time. So if you like this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, bye bye.